Hey people, it is Sunday, February 2nd, 8:46 a.m. is the time, and I'm here at the airport in Cancun. And I was just dropped off by my ride. It's been an early day. I've got a flight that's leaving in 3 hours. So I thought we would just take a quick trip through the airport. It took about 45 minutes to get here from the resort. This is Terminal 2. There are 4 terminals here, although I think Terminal 1 is mostly charter flights. And since I'm flying on Sunwing, this is where I would have to line up if I were checking my bags. Look at that. That is a lot of people. But fortunately, checking bags is not for me. I've got my carry-on and backpack, as do the other 2 members of my party. And I have a digital boarding pass already printed. They say come 3 hours early for international flights, and I think that holds true here. But a big part of that is anticipating a long lineup. Hey. At check-in. Some airports don't accept a digital boarding pass, and you do have to line up and check in, but I don't believe this is one of them. I think it's the 2nd busiest airport in Mexico, and the busiest by volume of international travelers. I think there's something like 20 million international travelers coming through here every year. It's also one of the busiest in Latin America. My flight isn't on the board yet. Sunwing. Yeah. It's okay, I'm waiting for people. Sunwing.
Sunwing.
Yeah.
Sunwing is that one.
Security is that way?
Yeah. Security?
Yeah.
It's over there.
Yeah, I already have my boarding pass.
Okay, you are.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for people. Thank you. There are so many people here just asking me what I'm doing, trying to direct me into the right direction or point me in the right direction. Oh, I'm gonna stop recording here. And resume on the other side, but there's some restaurants here. I'd much rather eat on the other side. In fact, that's what I'll do. Didn't have time for breakfast at the resort this morning, but here's a look at Terminal 2. I think this is the oldest terminal here. And it's nice and air conditioned, no complaints, and it looks like security is not going to be too much of a hassle. So I will resume the airport tour, or at least the Terminal 2 tour, once I found my group and I passed through security. Security was pretty quick and efficient, and I appreciate you don't have to take out your electronics or liquids. It took about 10 minutes, and it is actually much later as I went over to the food court and just had myself a burrito. But when you get through security, you'll be in this area. And I'd just like to say I appreciate airports that don't force you to walk through a duty-free shop. Although there is the Cancun duty-free. The gates at this airport are divided, or at this terminal, are divided into two sections, A and B. My flight is out of A. There's a Corona shop, a New Era shop, TGI Fridays. Seems like an odd choice for an airport in Cancun. There's the food court. There's a Johnny Rockets. I went to a Johnny Rockets for the first time at Cedar Point a long time ago. And then one opened up in Gangnam in Seoul, Korea, where I was living. There's a Domino's, a Mexican place, Petit Gourmand, a Panda Express, and an Island Coffee. Speaking of which, I'm gonna need to get myself a coffee at some point. I don't think I flew out of here last time. I think it was a different terminal. So if you see my other Cancun airport video, it won't be through here. Our flight, Toronto, 11:25, gate A. A? It's a small but rather pleasant terminal. This isn't my section, but it looks like if you're flying out of the B gates here, you need to take a bus. When we landed, we were just able to walk right off the plane onto the bridge. So hopefully that's the case for us. Departing, there's a Starbucks and a convenience store. Gates A1 to A9. Five-minute walk. Oh, here's the forced duty-free shop walk. I spoke too soon. I still have a bottle of tequila from my first trip to Mexico, I think in 2015, my apartment. There's an effective warning: smoking seriously harms you and others around you. That was one nice thing about the resort. There was no smoking anywhere on resort property. Some people still did it. There's the TGI Fridays. All right. It is much nicer Got these A gates.
I'm gonna see if I can get into the lounge.
There's the Plaza Premium Lounge. If I was to burn my lounge passes, that's where I would be going. 55 USD for 4 hours. I've got 6 passes through one of my credit cards to burn for the year. Well, I think these stairs would lead us right down to the B gates. You can avoid running this gauntlet of shopping. I thought there might be another food court or something up here. Security for people transiting through. This is the oldest terminal, if I'm not mistaken, but it's been renovated somewhat recently. Bubba Gump shrimp. This is quite nice. There's another Johnny Rockets up here. And another Panda Express. Maybe an older airport, but it is very efficient and nicely laid out. I should have waited to eat until I was up here. El Cinco Sol. I still don't know which one of these gates my flight is out of. But I'm guessing we'll be, yeah, there's jet bridges up here. I was gonna say we're not gonna be taking any shuttle buses. To the flight. Unfortunately, you don't seem to get a good view if you want to look out and do some plane watching. There's a Sunwing gate. Let's fly into SWG 651 to Hamilton. I often like to see what kind of views we can get from airports, but nada. That would be the one negative I would have to say about this. More duty-free shopping. I think I'm going to leave this video at just the airport. I already covered the experience flying with Sunwing in my Toronto to Cancun video. Unless something goes alarmingly wrong, or a particular note happens. There's an iShop Go. I think we're just going to leave it at this. So this is a look around Terminal 2. in Cancun, and suddenly I am drawn to this Forza simulator here. How awesome is that? Curved display on the side. That's an interesting choice. Normally you'd curve the one you look straight at and have straight panels on the sides for a 3-monitor setup. I'll assume they know what they're doing, but I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, I'll come back and update if anything of note happens, but just wanted to do a quick walk around the airport here. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do on YouTube. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down below. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below as well if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, I'm gonna head over to that Starbucks, so thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Be well.